So I had someone tell me I could see it in her face. Have you ever said that to yourself before? Like you could see someone's expression and understand exactly what they're thinking? This is Tad Fulton with Rise Up in Real Estate, and I want to share with you an experience I had with an agent a few days ago that did exactly this for me. So I was talking to one of our developers, one of our directors at our organization, and she shared a quick story with me about some success she'd been having in her business. She's our director of agent development, and she was getting a little bit of traction with a certain agent. And I was wondering why, so I asked her a few questions. I said, well, it's probably all the hard work you put in. And she said, no, actually, it was just a kind of a coincidence. And if you know me, you know that I don't subscribe to coincidences or just happen chance things. So I asked a series of questions and found out this. So this person, our director of agent development, was walking down the hallway, and she made eye contact with one of our agent's assistants, their team member, and she could tell, just in telling me the story, she could tell that something was off with this person. And so she took the time to call her back and say, hey, how are you? It seemed like you weren't yourself when I passed you in the hallway. And this person went on to describe, well, I'm having trouble with this or that. And she said, oh, okay, well, how about this? We have a tool that might be able to help you. How about if you and I sit down together and let's look and see if this will help you? And so long story short, this director of agent development did sit down with this person, and it actually turned out to be quite a time saver for this person and this person's team leader. And hence that team leader went on to save some more time and some more energy in the future using this one tool. So that brief interaction led to that team leader now completely subscribing to what anything that agent development director does. And so there is now a great relationship. That is what this director of agent development was bragging to me about, was that this person, not bragging in a negative way, but this person that she'd been wanting to have an influence on for so long was finally in the ecosystem. And she thought it was just because. And what I wanted to tell her, what I want to tell you today, is nothing happens by chance. I want you to notice a few things that this person did in the hallway that day and with that interaction to see how you can also do this thing and help you with your business. So what this person did was, number one, she was present. For that director of agent development to have that impact, she had to be in the office, in the situation where she was. She had chosen to be part of that office culture, and she was plugged in to that. Ask yourself that question. Are you present? Are you in the office around the people that you serve? Number two, this director of agent development was super aware. She saw a person that she'd seen on a regular basis because she was present, and she noticed that there was something different. She noticed that her face looked a little bit off. It looked a little bit like she wasn't exactly feeling herself, and she was aware of that. Ask yourself that question. Are you present? Number two, are you aware? Do you recognize when things are off a little bit in a tone of voice, in an email, in a comment or text, or even the facial expression like this agent director noticed? The third thing that she did was she was willing to stop. And number three, ask the question. She was willing to take being present and being aware and then do something with that information. She asked a question. She said, hey, is everything okay? I told her, I said, most people wouldn't have been present or aware. And number three, they certainly wouldn't have asked the question, because what does that question lead to? That question leads to now potentially a lot more work for both people. Might have been easy just to ignore it and go on with their day. So be present, be aware, ask the question. And the final thing I want you to notice is that not only did she ask the question, not knowing the answer, because who knew if we had a solution for that problem? She didn't even know what the problem was. But the fourth thing that she was able to do was find a solution. Like, she dug deep. The tool that we had actually met the need that this person needed, and it led to several other things that made this team more effective and more efficient. But what I want you to recognize is that the team member was willing to ask the question without knowing the answer and then go and find it. My guess is that if our company didn't have the solution, we would have either created it, or we would have gone somewhere else to find it, or we would have sent that agent to somewhere else that they could have been better served. So here is a lesson that could have just easily gotten overlooked, but just by seeing something in someone's face. So ask yourself the question, are you present? Are you around people that you could actually help? And number two, are you aware of what's going on around you? Number three, do you ask the questions when you see something that's not normal? And number four, are you willing to help and provide a solution for that problem? Because here here's the outcome. Now that director of agent development has an advocate. Now that person has someone in the office that has experienced change because of the service that this person offers, and things are going to be different from here forward. So are you doing that? Are you recognizing faces and getting all the way to a solution that can change your organization and your business forever? This is Tad Fulford with Rise Up in Real Estate, and I hope today's video helps you rise up.